And again, because the Selena gauge is a bit of a butt, I'm going to leave my guide open because I'm going to be referencing that one more time before we head out. Okay, so again, like all the other ages, you're teleported to pretty much exactly where you were, but everything else around you has changed. In this case, we step out of our rocket ship and ride in this lovely, misty blue world, which is more literally misty than the mist we came from. Again, just very nice, atmospheric, fun to walk through. Presentation was a lot of this. We've got a nice microphone set up, capturing flowing water, and it tells us water running, right? So now we get our visual clue. Because again, the nicest thing that the updated version of the game did was give you this, so that you didn't have to rely entirely on your ears if they fail you. So water running. So we know that that symbol is for water running, and we can activate those. Again, like so many other things in Myst, if you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, the best first thing you can do is hit everything. So run to each of these little audio dishes. This one is catching lava rumbling, right? This lovely audio capture of the core of the earth. We have this one for the ticking clock. Broken clock, it's right twice a day. We have this little loving tribute to Final Fantasy. Got the Hero Crystals, another page. And what's over here as we wrap around? This is actually a very small age until the very end, and then it's a torturous one. And this audio for wind blowing. Alright, so we've activated all 5 of our little sonar dishes. We haven't been here yet, so let's go here. Creepy dark tunnel, unless we hit the lights. Ah, bats! Alright. And up we go. Alright, up to the top. Turn around. Open this up. Alright, so now we need to locate our sounds, right? And we've lit those beacons, so we should now have active sonar. That's lava rumbling. We need to find our wind. Water flowing. Alright, so lava and water hanging out over there together. Is that it? Yep, wind blowing. Alright, so we are tuned into wind blowing. Perfect. And these ones are a little finicky. You need to make sure that you got it right centered on that radar dish. There we go. Alright, so next is our broken clock. Remember that was to the left of the lava. Yep, there's our ship, and there's the clock. Great. Broken clock. Alright, and now let's find that lava window. There's our crystals. Clock. I think I took the long way on this one. There we go. Lava rumbling. And finally, this time I'll take the short route. Wind. You know, maybe there just isn't a short route in this one. Water flow. That sounds good. Okay, then we can go ahead and hit this, and this is going to make us perform a difficult calculus operation here, right? So we go gem, water, wind, lava, clock. Who wants to remember that? Gem, water, wind, lava, clock. Gem, water, wind, lava, clock. In we go. And this time we're going to run through the dark cave instead of the light cave, because that's safe. Oh, it's lit. Why is it lit? Oh, it's the crate. And we are back on the mainland. So shuttle around to the only part of this island we haven't explored yet. And this is perhaps one of the cruelest things that Myst does, is what's coming up here next, because this puzzle isn't so bad, right? Like, Alright, so remember what our first one was? Crystal, yep, good. So we find that again, like, kind of right. Water. Water. Wind. Lava. And clock. And you know what? This is all some pretty good puzzle solving, right? Like, we figured out that there's a relationship between these devices and the sounds translating to the symbols, and the symbols to this. You know, we're feeling pretty good. We get this big dive. We've collected both pages. We've got this cool room. This really feels like it should be the end of the settlement age right here. But you get to this incredible antechamber, something straight out of a sci-fi novel, and a suspended ship, right? So surely, right, our book's going to be in here. And it's not. We have some controls. And these controls. Let's go. This takes us into an abysmal maze of tracks underground that we really haven't gotten any clues or idea of how to traverse. We haven't gotten any guides to these levers, the idea of rotating and moving this cart. But worse yet, let's go ahead and just move our cart forward first. You'll notice I'm immediately grabbing my walkthrough. Because of all the things I have remembered over the years of Myst. Spin sound. The mechanical age. When we learn to do like, oh, so spin means this way, and cowbell means that way, and clink means this way. All those sound clues are from a completely different age. So now we have to remember from the mechanical age, or, God forbid, we didn't do the mechanical age yet, because you can do these in any order. You have no idea how to get home. You're completely lost in this tunnel, and you can just wander around this for hours completely hopelessly. But as it is, we're just going to go ahead, and we've gone north, so let's... we can't rotate. Okay, so let's go north again. We haven't gone north enough yet. Yes, we have? Why can't we turn? There we go, we can. Alright. So let's head west, because spin means west. And this gets even more interesting, because you'll notice as we traverse through this and get our sounds, like we start to figure out, maybe as you move around, you start to go, okay, maybe the different sounds I'm hearing clink at each one. Maybe those sound differences matter. So, clink means we head north. Now, mercifully, not every route in every direction can be taken each time. You'll notice that some of them have walls. So the maze does restrict you a little bit. So in theory, if you needed to brute force this over a few hours, you could. Oh, exhaust. Exhaust means we go east. But it is for all of the otherwise somewhat fair, especially if you're good and you read and take those kind of treat Myst the way Myst wants to be treated as a game with kind of observation, reactive environment. It's great. This one just kind of feels a little rude, as it were. Oh, we go east again. Windows mouse trying to sneak over to the recording stuff. Get it away from that. Alright, so we've gone east twice. Oh, cowbell. Cowbell means south, which is kind of, I guess, appropriate? So we're going to go south twice. And after we hit south twice, it's going to get even more interesting and a little mind-bendingly so. Which... oh, cowbell again, so go south again. Can't go south anymore. There's a wall up there. So we'll go west. And forward again. Now this next one, first we get these cool little twists. But this is where this maze goes from like already kind of annoying and longer than it needed to be to more clever, but just even more annoying. Because imagine doing this without the visual you're about to get here. Spin and cowbell played at the same time, which you have to interpret as southwest. So you have to hear the sound simultaneously in your head, be able to map out that I heard those two and that's the direction I need to go. So... Yes, so it's 8 cardinal directions, right? So you have north, south, east, and west, which all correspond to one sound. Now it's just, okay, just spin, so it's just west this time. That's not so bad, right? But now you don't know if you're going to get one sound or two, and you're listening for multiple sounds, and they don't even warn you that, hey, by the way, now you're going to get multiple sounds here. So now we're listening for, and again, that really makes the visual cue that you have in the remake. So even if you're doing this legitimately, being able to have that visual assistance, what did I just hear? Spin and clink at the same time, right? And I love these because they really do sound like they're straight out of Windows 95's like default sound set. Like I expect like clink to be something that happens when I have like a general fault in Windows. Alright, so we're gonna rotate. I probably should have gone the other way. We're gonna spin all the way around to the left. Here we go. And northwest we go. And mercifully, we've only got 3 more of these, and then we can bid the Selenetic Age goodbye. Alright, clink and exhaust, so that's going to be northeast. I always find that just near the end of running this, I start to, in my head, actually kind of be able to identify what it is. Like, there is something clever about the design choice, it's so inaccessible. And it's something that, like, I think now with modern game design, we've really learned to avoid certain patterns like this. That, like, as clever as it might be, it's just so obtuse that it's neat to have figured it out, but to force you to do it through the road is really challenging. Like, by now, we've more than proven to this game we understand like, what we're doing here with the sound mechanic. Like, please just let us go back to the style. So we have one more rotation to go southeast, and then we can head on home. Alright, so exhaust and cowbell. I like how it ends with exhaust and cowbell. Very appropriate. I'm also exhausted. Donk. Alright, so we head through this final tunnel. Lovely twists and turns. Hey, we made it. Alright. So let's open the door. And, oh, we're underneath the crystals now. That's kind of cool. Oh, and now we're in the lava. And you can actually kind of imagine or see up through these cracks here, right? You can kind of picture that there's a microphone up there capturing the sound of all this. And back to the library.